The story revolved around profound and painful personal experience that began with a seemingly innocuous phone call. The protagonist, who we'll refer to as a husband, found himself grappling with the devastating realization that his wife, Dorothy, had been unfaithful. The revelation came in an unexpected and shocking manner, but dialed during a moment when she was with her affair partner, Steve, a longtime friend of theirs. The foundation of their lives had been built on trust and shared experiences, intertwined with family ties and friendships. Dorothy and Steve had known each other since college, fostering a bond that often left the husband feeling like an outsider in his own marriage. Despite his growing discomfort with Steve, the husband maintained a cordial relationship for the sake of their children and the social dynamics it created. However, as he later reflected, his willingness to overlook the signs of infidelity was driven by a deep-seated desire to trust Dorothy. The turning point occurred one fateful evening when the husband received a call from Dorothy, who was supposed to be working late. Expecting a routine check-in, he was instead met with the sound of heavy breathing and Steve's voice instructing her to silence the phone. In that instant, the husband's world crumbled. The betrayal was laid bare before him, and he realized that the trust he had placed in Dorothy had been shattered. After this painful discovery, the ensuing days were filled with turmoil and confusion. When Dorothy returned home, her appearance, swollen eyes and a tear-streaked face, did little to quell the husband's simmering rage. She pleaded for forgiveness, claiming it was a fleeting mistake, but the husband was resolute in his decision not to confront her immediately. Instead, he chose to maintain a facade of calm, biding his time to collect evidence of the divorce he knew was inevitable. As the days turned into weeks, the husband meticulously plotted his course of action. He began securing his finances, moving assets to protect himself and their children. While maintaining a pretense of forgiveness at the breakfast table, he was already strategizing his escape from the toxic relationship. To ensure he had concrete proof of the betrayal, he hired a private investigator who confirmed his worst fears. Dorothy and Steve had indeed spent a weekend together, masquerading as a work conference. With undeniable evidence in hand, the husband finally confronted Dorothy, whose shock upon hearing his intentions to divorce was palpable. Her desperate pleas for understanding fell on deaf ears. He had prepared for this moment and was unwavering in his resolve. During the court proceedings, she attempted to portray herself as the victim, but the evidence he presented spoke volumes, leading the judge to see through her facade. In the aftermath of the divorce, the husband learned that Dorothy had returned to Steve, a choice that led to her own financial ruin. In a final act of closure and perhaps vindication, he decided to inform Steve's wife of the affair, sending her all the incriminating evidence. The fallout was swift, and Dorothy found herself in a precarious situation, struggling to cope with the consequences of her actions. Ultimately, the betrayal that had initiated this cascade of events turned out to be a double-edged sword. While it marked the end of a painful chapter in the husband's life, it also opened the door to freedom from a relationship that had become toxic. The truth, revealed in the most unexpected way, allowed him to reclaim his life and protect his children from the turmoil that had engulfed their family. This experience serves as a powerful reminder of how technology can sometimes unveil hidden truths, leading to profound revelations and, in some cases, liberation from deceit. Such unexpected moments can profoundly alter the course of our lives, often in ways we could never anticipate.